Good evening, everybody. I'm back here with you today to read a poem to you from my book, Magical Moments of a Mystic, Living a Multidimensional Life by Suzanna Magic. And this one is about how I got the name Mrs. Magic. So the title of the poem is The Name, Mrs. Magic. I've been called to help many children, labelled for not fitting in. I've worked across all age ranges and abilities in many different educational settings. In one school, I was assigned 60 labelled children, deemed to need extra help. I was handed some homemade games in a broken plastic basket, given a large beanbag upon which we could sit, shown a place in a cloakroom where we would work. These I handed back as they were beneath the dignity of the children and myself. I agreed to accept the job provided I could work in a classroom worthy of the children and of my experience. With reluctance, I was offered the art room, which turned out to be a true godsend. I transformed this room into a special needs unit, utilising the art materials for the children to express themselves, displayed their work for all to see. I provided a lot of my own resources, games, books, puzzles, created a library corner, allowed the children to explore their own interests and create freely. On entering the room one day, the head teacher looked all around, amazed, and she asked, "Who's done all this work?" "The children, of course," I replied. "They illustrate the stories we read, research their own projects, make models, paint, draw, bake, write poetry, concoct recipes." "I can hardly believe these children could have done all this," responded the head teacher. The educational psychologist came to visit the school. "Oh, I had to come and meet you and see who you are for myself. We call you Mrs. Magic, as you transform these children, but we have no idea how." Well, it's not really magic. I treat the children like people, accept them as the unique individuals they are, let them follow their interests, express who they are. I didn't try and fix them or make them fit in. The truth is, I saw beyond their labels. I nurtured these children, helped them discover their own gifts, connect to their own souls and explore their calling. I like the label Mrs. Magic, so I have adopted it as my name. I've been on a long journey in my lifetime of honing my spiritual gifts and my teaching, counseling and healing gifts, and integrating my wisdom, intuition and expertise. Now I stand in my truth, accept my power as Mrs. Suzanna Magic. And that's the name I've chosen to write under, Suzanna Magic. And that's how I got the name Mrs. Magic, which is a name I really like. So I hope you have enjoyed this poem. I am in the process of writing a new book called Beyond the Labels, all about children that I have worked with in the past. Very simply put together with a poem about each child. And I've changed all the names of the children to the names of angels because they were all angels. And we've changed the label into the gifts that they were born with and came with on their soul journey. So look forward to that in the future. And I hope this has enlightened you a little bit and explained where my name comes from. So bye for now and see you back here soon. Bye from Mrs. Magic.